Hey guys, how are you? I actually got a haircut. Oh my goodness. Anyways, it's not about my haircut, it's about binding this week. I just want to make it completely clear that I don't condone the use of ACE bandages. They hurt and they cause long-term damage to your lungs and your ribs, and you might not be able to bind at all after continued use of ACE bandages, and you're not going to be able to bind at all. Now I know that you want to like make your chest as flat as possible, but ace bandages aren't the way to go. You're going to have to want to get yourself a binder from Underworks or Transwear or Les Love Boat, all these places, but the two places that I generally recommend for a binder is Underworks or GC2B. Especially GC2B. Those things are like awesome. They're not as bulky as Underwork binders and they don't make you sweat a lot. Now generally I don't have a binder on when I make my videos because generally I don't go anywhere, so hence I don't wear a binder, but since I went out to get this haircut and since the topic for this week is binding, I'm wearing my tri-top binder. I guess I'm already pretty flat everywhere else, like I'm not exactly have a lot of stomach fat, and the extra compression down there is not very pleasant. So I generally tend to go for like a tri-top binder like that, or the half binder by GC2B, as it is called, and it binds just fine. Now, you're never really gonna get like a very flat appearance because guys are not concave. They're gonna have like a little bit of a man pec, so it's gonna kind of make you look like you work out. Like, look at these pecs. It's like, so if you can't afford a binder, there's actually a couple of places I know. There's the Big Brother Binder program who hooked me up with my first binder when I was trying to save up for hormones. So they give you one free binder per person or low cost binder depending how financially well off you are. But if you're under 18, you're going to need your parents' permission. So if you have supportive parents, that's the way to go. And I know there's a lot of other places that you can get them from, but that's the only one I can think of at the moment. So you should definitely hit them up if you want a free binder, but you also have to kind of know your size. Now they generally give away underwork binders, so you're gonna have to like wrap a measuring tape around your body, especially in this area, your bust, and like start looking at the underwork size chart. Now, if you're like in between sizes, I would definitely recommend going the size up because if you start working out, your shoulders might get bigger, and the the other binder that's kind of like a size down when you're in between sizes, you're gonna feel the binder straps digging into your shoulder. So that's something to keep in mind if you're like in between medium or large or small medium. You should definitely go with the size up. So that's basically the lowdown on the binding. Bind safely. Try not to wear your binder for more than 8 hours. Especially do not sleep in your binder either. Now, if you're also going to the gym, you could get yourself maybe a looser binder or maybe a tight sports bra. But don't bind with something that you generally keep your chest flat because you're going to have breathing problems and you might pass out, or you're going to have like some pretty nasty medical complications and you have to go without binding for a couple of days, which is going to be a lot more dysphoric than just for a temporary dysphoria. So you have to keep those in mind. Bind safely. Do not use ACE bandages. Once again, I cannot stress that enough. You will break your ribs eventually if you with continued use. Trust me. I know it's hard to like save up for top surgery. I'm trying to save up myself and I'm starting to think about it. But we'll eventually get there. You just have to save up as much little money as you can, or maybe open up a GoFundMe. But generally, these are like binding safe practices in places where you can get binders. So that's basically all I have to say about binders today. So see you next week.